My name is Reverend Audrey Brooks. I'm a member of the board of the Edmonton Interfaith Centre for Education and Action, the sponsors of this annual event. More than 30 years ago, the General Assembly of the United Nations adopted the Declaration of Human Rights, the right of all people to peace, reaffirming that the desire for peace is universal. All people has the right to live in a world of peace, free from the violence of war. Today, billions of people live in fear, hunger, and uncertainty, not only because of the violence of war, because of the violence against our planet. We have a climate of devastation, and we are in crisis. Because of industrialization and all of its manifestations, our earth is being destroyed, and it seems like not many people are listening to our cries for change. In the name of industry and the almighty dollar, our air, waters, and lands are filled with chemicals we can no longer tolerate, with strange cancers, asthma, debilitating diseases that don't have any name, so that making healthcare a big business. The survival of our planet demands that we as citizens rise up like Greta Thunberg and the children of tomorrow's expectation that show us by their example and courage that their insistence that the biosphere be returned to health so that humanity may also be healed. We acknowledge, and I think you have this printed on your program, if we could just say this together. We acknowledge that we are on Treaty 6 territory, traditional land of the Papas Chase Nation, and home to First Nations, Métis, and Inuit. Now I have something to say about that, because I've been involved with the missing and murdered women 15 years with RISE and with the TRC as a chaplain at the university. We're called to respect and honor the First Nations who preserved this land, welcomed our ancestors, and helped them to survive, only to have their rights and land taken from them. We stand on Treaty 6 land, and yet if we look around, where are the First Nations people? We have buildings and all these wonderful things, but they're not standing with us here as equal partners. The treaties were made but not kept, and this is a reality. The First Nations warn us to this day that if we cannot destroy Mother Earth, and they repeat and repeat and repeat. Chief Noah Self said, "This we know, the earth does not belong to us. We belong to the earth. We know this. All things are connected, like the blood which unites all the human family. All things are connected. Whatever befalls the earth, befalls the sons and daughters of the earth. We did not weave the web of life. We are merely a strand in it. Whatever we do to the web, we do to ourselves." Hi, all my relations. I invite City Councillor Scott McKeen to give the proclamation for today.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I actually have a few words to say too, if that's all right.
You just go right ahead.
Thank you. And as I was standing here, I was blessed, thank you, to be the Edmonton Journal's environment reporter back in the late 1980s, and got to know folks like Michael Kalmanovich very well. I was thinking of Tucker Gomberg, one of the greatest fighters for the environment back then, and many others who are still around. Raging Grannies, I've seen the Raging Grannies a number of times over the years. I just want to say a couple things. City Council recently declared a climate emergency, and that was not a hard debate. So we had three no votes. Those people did not speak up for their reasons why until they got to the media later. But there was no debate. There was a climate emergency we're facing, and I think we're not moving fast enough. but we're doing some things at City Hall, and we need all of you to keep pushing us to do better. We opened the Blatchford District Energy facility yesterday, and it's a really small thing, but it's really near and dear to my heart. We planted a bunch of trees in Louise McKinney Park yesterday through the Roots for Trees program the city has, and I'm hoping to really see if we can amp up the dollars and mobilize an army of Edmontonians to plant trees. So that is my hope. I'm not going to deal with that speech, because who knows? We might as well move along to the proclamation, shall we?
Yay!
Shorten his speech, yay! Yeah, I understand, believe me. That'll be great, thanks, Michael. So here we go. And at the end of this, it's a bit of our audience participation. You cheer loudly. Whereas International Day of Peace was established by the United Nations in 1981, and whereas the United Nations General Assembly declared this is a day devoted to strengthening the ideals of peace, both within and among all nations and people, and whereas the 2019 Climate Action for Peace theme draws attention to the importance of combating climate change as a way to protect and promote peace throughout the world. And whereas the City of Edmonton works in cooperation with the United Nations and aims to promote diversity and harmony within our city, therefore I, Scott McKeen, on behalf of Mayor Don Iveson, do hereby proclaim September 21st, 2019, International Day of Peace in Edmonton, Alberta's capital city. And let me give that over to you. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.
So this yank on this. Okay. That's it, eh? Yeah, that's it. Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Woohoo!
I do work for the Edmonton Interfaith Centre, and I'm honoured to say that. The Edmonton Interfaith Centre for Education and Action is not a peace group per se, or an environmental one. Rather, we believe that we who are willing to profess a...
Just said for them to come closer because the traffic's so bad.
Thank you. Oh, like that? Thank you, Robert.
So much traffic back there.
And interruptions. We who are willing to profess a faith must speak out about all worthy causes. We have been observing this UN Day of Peace for over 20 years, but there will be no peace if the world is on fire, if we are drowning, if we have no water to drink or earth to plant. Judaism is founded on an agrarian society. I'm taking this liberty because it is our Shabbat today, with a direct link to the natural world, and many Jewish festivals are agricultural celebrations. The principal philosophical underpinning of this is in Genesis, where humans are put in the Garden of Eden to be stewards, not rulers of the earth. The way we treat the earth relates to moral integrity. Lose our ethical compass, and we harm the earth, ourselves, and all society. And we now realize that all over the world, all through history, when women are respected, so is the earth. Shabbat Shalom.